Greetings all, this is the Necromancer Guide to Aviac Isle. Now, this island is one that I added onto the guide with very little knowledge of. I put a little warning text saying that I don't have any personal experience out here, so I can't guarantee it to be a great spot or a good spot or anything like that. I don't know how great it will be for you at 12. I believe that this would be a better place for you to come to at level 13 or 14, and that's because of the reason that some of these are yellow to you at 12. Some of these will be blue to you at 12, but many of them will be red. Luckily, they are all dubious and you get no faction hits, so you can move around this island with relative safety. Now, the only real challenge of this place is being able to pull mobs out of the patrol. So you see the Sirocco's coming over, that guy's running away. Right now, I'm not going to pull that guy. That guy would probably tack on that guy and I would die. So that's not what you want to have happen. There's a Quetzal over there. There's the named dude again. And basically, the reason why I say you may want to wait until 13, 14 is that if this guy is yellow, that means that in a level or two, I'm probably going to be able to kill him reliably. Now, in full twink gear, I could probably do it right now, but, well, let's just say, I heard some stuff from people saying that, fear kiting is incredibly mana inefficient at lower levels, that it's really hard to be able to maintain it, and I agree with that. It is true, it is incredibly mana intensive to do at level 12 because you just got the 2 key spells and they take a hefty bit of mana, 100 mana just to maintain it. So I decided what I was going to do is I was going to twink out this character only with HP gear. Just HP gear. Very little intelligence. I brought my character's intelligence up to what I would expect the intelligence of a relatively untwinked toon. So yeah, 119. There's no mana plus on any of this gear. There's just intelligence plus, stamina, HP, all that type of stuff. Just to get my intelligence up to where it is, because this character is a 25 stamina, 5 int necro, which I wanted to try out as well. Anyway, so I'm working with a mana pool that is low relative to a twinked character, so I don't really have too much room to mess around with doing fancy stuff. So the main gist of the camp is to not fizzle as much as that, but also it is that you need to be able to pull these guys off to the outer edge and fear kite them around this area. This will introduce you to water mechanics, which are incredibly annoying in this game, because if your mob is like this, you can't hit them from the land. They'll be out of sight. So you don't want to have to deal with that. It's rather annoying. As you see, with the fizzles and everything, that took off most of my mana. But ultimately, it's still just a game of fear kiting. You may need to sit around a little bit more, but it is possible. Maybe a little bit less room for error. Fear is broken, but he's at 20, 14, so now he's going to start running. 1. Back off my pet, let my dots do the last ticks. Boom, 1%. So, it's not the greatest thing. You're going to take a little bit to level up, but it's a camp that is pretty isolated. You're by yourself. I now have 38% mana. I could probably go in and start looking for another. Now, the reason earlier why I suggested not coming out here till later is that there's no reason why this one is going to be a startling. The thing that I just killed, the dark blue one. This guy could respawn as a Quetzal. It could respawn as a Turco. So what this means is that as you kill just the low level ones, you also have a chance to spawn at the higher level ones in those spots. This means that you'll run out of low level ones. And you'll be stuck out on an island that sucks. So if you can kill Tarracos, at least you can make this camp last you a little bit longer. Now, through this guide, there's other places where you can go to Aviacs. I'm not sure if I added Spearox to the list yet, but that is one that's going to be added in TD. It all works the same. So you're always going to have to deal with dodging the reds at the camp to get at the blues. Oh, there are also these dudes here that are just... This guy's for the warrior epic. He doesn't really do anything. They're all indifferent. I'm pretty sure that's across the board if they like me as an Ixar. So, yeah. Like this guy, I'm not going to be able to pull him. That Tanager, Yeah, that guy. He's going to be there. All around, it's a safe place to run around. If you're willing to wait a couple levels so you can start killing the Tarako ones, you'll probably be able to get a greater amount of mobs out of this camp. But all around, I would not highly recommend you doing this. I would much rather you go to some place like Oasis, where although you compete for mobs, there's always going to be mobs of your level. However, this does mean that this might be a decent place to come back to later, which I will look into. Either way, this is the Aviac Isle camp, and very good luck getting out here. It's a long goddamn swim. So yep,